A very good morning to everyone. My name is Pratik Trivedi. I am from Lucknow and I have done B.Tech in Electrical and Electronic Engineering from Ajay Kumar Kasirwar. And today I am here to give a demo lecture on social science and particularly geography. Under geography, what we are going to study is about the interior of the earth. Interior of the earth, how the earth is composed, how the earth is made, what it is made of, what are the different minerals that are present on earth, and how we have classified them. So we are going to discuss that. But before going into the detail, we will quickly recapitulate how the earth looks like, what is the map of the earth, what are the different continents, oceans, and how they are located and their location. So first of all, I'm drawing a map which is a 2D representation of the globe. This is just for the sake of understanding purpose and not for you to learn about. Okay, so I'm just drawing it for the sake of understanding. There is no need that you get panic about making such diagrams at this stage. Later with the process and time, you will also be able to draw such diagrams. Okay, so I'm just drawing it quickly and then we'll see. So this is a graphical, or you can say a 2D representation of how the earth and the land mass are distributed across the globe. Okay, so quickly seeing that how many continents are there. There are 7 continents, namely this one is North America. See, the North America is a continent, whereas United States of America is a country that lies in this region. So this is United States of America. The part of Alaska is also a part of United States of America, and this entire region is North America. This is one continent. Then second continent we have South America. Then we have Africa. This part, this is Africa. Then we have this Australia. Australia is a country as well as a continent. Then we have Antarctica. Here, this is what? Asia. So this entire landmass, continental landmass, is divided into 2 continents, Asia and Europe. How it is divided? This is divided by a range, mountain range that extends from north to south, and this mountain range is known as Ural Mountains. Okay, so this divides this entire landmass into Europe and Asia. अच्छा, can anyone tell me the location of India? हमारा प्यारा भारत. If you see, this is the India. This is India. Lies in Asia. Now quickly, you see there are 7 continents: North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, and Australia and Antarctica. Now, what are the oceans? Major oceans. There are 5 major oceans. The first of all is the largest ocean, that is the Pacific Ocean. So this is Pacific Ocean. If you see, if you imagine it as a piece of paper and you roll it, so these 2 ends will join, and this ocean is Pacific Ocean. Suppose this is a piece of paper. This is one end and this is the another end. So if you join it together, it will form a globe, and this entire region is Pacific Ocean. So the largest ocean, this is Pacific Ocean. Then you see here between the 2 large land masses, this region, you see, this is a S-shaped structure. If you carefully notice, the structure of this ocean is S-shaped. So this ocean is known as Atlantic Ocean. Then this region, which is bounded by 3 sides by the continents, is Indian Ocean. Then at the North Pole we have Arctic Ocean, and at the south, above the Antarctica continent, we have Southern Ocean. So how many oceans are there totally? 5 oceans. Got it? Now we will come on to the topic which we are here for, that is the interior of the earth. So before going into the interior of the earth, I have shown you the landforms, that is the oceans and the continents, and they all lie on the surface of the earth, or we can say they lie on the earth's crust. Now, first of all, you tell me the shape of the earth. Is it circular or something else? The shape of the earth is not circular, it is called geoid shape. What shape? Geoid shape. It is in itself a special or exceptional form of shape. What does it means? It means that the earth is flat at the poles. This is south pole, this is north pole. Here you can say it is not circular, it is somewhat flat. And at the center it is bulging outwards. Okay? This is bulging outwards like a balloon, bulging outwards. So the shape of the earth is geoid, not circular. Acha, now can anyone tell me what is the age of the earth? Anyone? It is, I'll give you example. It is 10,000 years, 1 lakh years, 10 lakh years, or 1 crore years. The answer is none of the above. The age of the earth is estimated and argued around by various scientists and geomorphists and geologists as 4.2 billion years. So this is some factual information. And one more information about the earth is, can anyone tell me what is the depth of the earth, or what is the radius? The radius of the earth is 6,371 kilometers. Now we are going to study about the interior of the earth, and we, for the sake of understanding purpose, we slice the earth as a slice of pizza, and we will study that slice. Okay, we will discuss. See, I am not here to teach, I am here for a discussion, because I believe that teaching is one-sided conversation, whereas discussion involves the interaction of both the sides. So, first of all, we will draw it over here, and we will see how the earth is composed of, what are the minerals, what are the different layers. Okay? So, now we'll look into it one by one. First of all, we say that earth is like a onion peel. For an example you take. Onion peel is made up of various concentric layers, and similarly our earth is also made up of 3 layers. What are these 3 layers? The earth is divided into, number 1, the crust. The second layer is, we call it as a mantle, and third layer we call it as a core. So this part is what we call, this one is crust, this one is mantle, and this one is core. Coming on to crust, you see that the earth's crust, we divide the earth crust into 2 parts. Okay, this one is mantle. Earth's crust into 2 parts. We call one at the continental crust and second at the oceanic crust. Okay, so we divide the crust into 2 parts, the continental crust and the oceanic crust. The continental crust is the land area where we live, like the mountains, plains, plateaus. These are the part of the continental crust. And the depth of the continental crust, or the length of the continental crust, around 30 kilometers. Whereas the oceanic crust means the floor of the oceans. Ocean has water, below the water there is some piece of land, so that is known as oceanic crust. This one is continental crust. Okay, so the depth of the oceanic crust, or length of the oceanic crust, is 5 kilometers on an average. Then the Earth's continental crust, the major dominant minerals in the continental crust, what are they? They are silica and aluminium, and therefore we call this crust as Sial layer. Sial layer means silica and aluminium. Similarly, the oceanic crust is predominant of the minerals which are known as silicon and magnesium, and therefore the oceanic crust is known as Sima layer. Oceanic crust is Sima, continental crust is Sial. Now the second layer of our Earth is the mantle. Mantle starts from the 35 kilometer in depth and goes to around 2900 kilometers. And the mantle is further divided, you can see over here, as the upper mantle and the lower mantle. This one is upper mantle, okay, and this one is lower mantle. So we can say that the depth from 35 kilometers to 700 kilometers is a zone of upper mantle, and from 700 kilometers to 2900 kilometers is lower mantle. Okay, now the third layer is the core. We call it the core because it lies at the center of the earth first. Second, this is the most densest of all the three layers between the crust, mantle and the core. Core is the most densiest layer, and the core is made of the major minerals found in the core are nickel and iron, and the chemical nomenclature for nickel is Ni and iron is Fe. Therefore we call core as a knife layer as well. Like the crust and the mantle, core is also divided into two parts, the outer core and inner core. Alright, just a second. The outer core. Now see, there is one very interesting point over here which we are going to discuss. The outer core means this part that extends from the radius of 2900 kilometers and goes up to 5150 kilometers. This part is liquid in nature. So this is some new fact that the entire earth is solid and this part is liquid in nature. I am coming on to the details about the asthenosphere, but that is not required for the time being. So this is liquid in nature. Liquid in nature. Now the question arises, why liquid? That is a technical question, and that is I am required to elaborate for your standard. But for a brief, I can say that the liquid nature is because of the temperature relationship. The rate of increase in temperature is more than rate of increase of pressure. Okay, rate of increase of temperature is more than rate of increase of pressure, and that is why the outer core is liquid in nature. One very beautiful fact. Acha, do you think that earth behaves like a magnet? Yes. Have you heard about the North Pole and the South Pole? Suppose if this is the earth, this is the North Pole and this is the South Pole, and the magnetic field lines goes this way. Alright? So, why the earth behaves like a magnet? It is because of the two reasons. One, the earth has a liquid outer core which has the charged particles like iron, which are great conductors of electricity. And second, the earth is rotating on its axis, making the phenomena of electromagnetic induction, giving rise to magnet. And therefore it is because of these two reasons. Which two reasons? Earth has a liquid outer core which has charged particles, and the earth rotates on its axis. These two reasons makes earth a magnet. We call it geomagnet. And the density of which is highest? Density of the core is highest. So this is a brief overview of the interior of the Earth. Quick recapitulation in a minute that the Earth's interior is composed of three layers like that of an onion peel in the form of concentric circles. One is the crust, then the mantle and the core. Out of the three, the core is the most densiest part. Okay. Now the crust is divided into two parts, continental crust and oceanic crust, as you can see in the diagram. The width of the continental crust is approx 30 kilometers and that of the oceanic crust is 5 kilometers. Okay, the continental crust is dominated by the minerals like silica and aluminium, therefore it is also known as Sial layer. The oceanic crust is dominated by the minerals like silica and magnesium, therefore it is known as Sima layer. The second layer is the mantle layer. Mantle layer is further divided into upper mantle and lower mantle. Mantle extends from the depth of 35 kilometers and lies up to 2900 kilometers. Then the third most important is the core. Core is also made up of the outer core and inner core. Extends from 2900 kilometers in depth to 6371 kilometers. That is the center of the earth. Core is further divided like the crust and the mantle into two parts, the outer core and the inner core. Outer core is liquid in nature. Liquid nature of the outer core along with the rotation of the earth makes the earth a geomagnet with north and the south pole. So if the question is asked, what if the rotation of the earth stops? The rotation of the earth stops will have a huge impact and the survival of the human life is at stake at that moment. How? First of all, we see that the rotation of the earth stops behaving as a magnet, and as the earth stops behaving as a magnet, the various technology like the satellite communication will be highly affected. So this is something a brief review. Now, so this is I think enough for the today's lecture, and this is Pratik Trivedi signing off. If you have any query, you can mail me at pratiktrvd44@gmail.com. Thank you so much.